So yeah, I'm just making another video. Uh, this one here is recorded just a few hours. It's already dark and stuff. I'm inside the house now. Just a few hours after the one that's going to be coming out the day before, where I was at the cave. Um, just had a couple of things to kind of add to that one, and also a interesting story um, that happened literally just a few minutes after that one. But anyways, so after I recorded that video, I was kind of looking around because I was always like, I just don't want to see people whenever I'm out in the woods and stuff, whatever. Excuse me. And I didn't go all the way through the cave or anything, like saying, water's up a little bit. And just in case I didn't want to fall and fuck up the phone, iPad, stuff like that I had with me. But so I was walking out and stuff. I kind of went and explored this rock house and stuff that's there. It's got like a really old can, like what I guess would have been beans or soup or something. It's been there for years. And then also a Mountain Dew can. It's like the old style. It's up there as well. And also some wood that had been placed in like a little makeshift fire pit. Which I'll try to do a video there sometimes. Well, it's pretty cool. But the wood's like dry rotted as fuck. Like somebody had a camp there a long time ago, and still had those things. But kind of went and checked that out. And then I was walking out. And about to where I was getting out of the woods and stuff like that, the other people that kind of know where the area is, they hunt across the road down the field. I guess they kind of park there and stuff. And they're nice and all, but they're just weird as hell. It's kind of like they put you in the mind of like that big guy of Mice and Men or whatever, don't even really talk, you know what I'm saying? Just not super sentient and stuff. And like I said, they've been nice and everything, but just a little wary, you know. It's him and his brother. His brother's a little bit more sentient. He does the talking and stuff kind of for both of them. But I was coming out the woods and there they were. So then I had to do the, hey guys, how's it going? And stuff like that. I remember them and talk to them once in a while, whatever. But like if I see them. But anyway, so that happened. I was wanting to avoid all human interaction if possible, doing things like this. This is a problem where to get to these places, I have to cross roads. I kind of have to go back and forth. But, which brings me to my next thing. Yesterday, I did have a lot of other human interaction. And don't get me wrong, I love being in the woods, walking around with that guy, kind of checking out property lines and stuff like that. In-laws came over and stuff. But I just didn't get to spend enough time with my family. And I'd have a lot of human interaction with people I don't typically do. And, excuse me, like, I really felt the effects of all that, Like, I just wasn't feeling it yesterday at all, because of all that. It's just too much for me. A lot of times to, excuse me, to kind of have to talk with people that I don't typically do. Which, I mean, I'll get on here and make these videos seemingly kind of regular. I mean, like I say, I've still got a backlog for about a week. And, like I want to talk to my wife because, I mean, we talk all the time, but we talk about some real shit. And, but just having that other human interaction, stuff like that, it wears me out. It drains me, I forgot to attempt to try to do some of the, like psychic vampirism stuff on these people because I was going to try to see if I can charge off these people instead of just letting them drain me. I've seen some videos of this guy on YouTube here. And anyways, he's got some cool videos about it, so I'm going to try to practice on some of that stuff. I think that'll really help me just in the like these you know, when it comes to me having to be more sociable. Because I've always been introverted. I wouldn't even go to Walmart like for years. Like I wouldn't go inside or anything like that. Just freaked me out. It still freaks me out. I still don't like it. But it's not like I physically cannot do it. You know what I'm saying? And just one of the things kind of kept me from wanting to get out in the world and do shit. Excuse me. And then whenever I started delivering the pizzas and stuff, I had to, because I was having to work with people, and then I was having to do that. But I really had to make these bands. Like it took me forever, and I was freaking out forever about it, you know. And but eventually, I just kind of got used to it, you know. And then as time went on, I worked with other places. I hate going new places, new people, stuff like that. I'm pretty comfortable in my own little world, you know. But so yeah, human interaction fucks with me. So I'm gonna try some of those vampirism techniques and stuff like that. Really just to kind of help me out. I try to feed off the energy instead of just letting everybody take it from me kind of unknowingly, because I just get drained so quick having to be around these people, you know. But anyways, aside from that, what I did do after the video as well, and walking before I did go back, was I lit a candle, kind of meditated and stuff like that for a few minutes and stuff. That was really cool, you know. I was kind of calling out to Lucifer and whatnot, and I was like, kind of give me a sign. Then I was like, while I was doing all this, I was hearing a bird, and I was like, I know this is already the sign. Here's a bird. I don't know what it is. I don't ever hear it or anything like that around me, even though it's close-ish to my house. And it is different. So, I mean, that's really cool, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, just kind of wanted to make kind of a quicker video here talking about those things. If anybody sees this, I mean, does human interaction, stuff like that, just drain the fuck out of you and just make you feel like kind of so danked out or whatever, you know? And especially having talked to people you don't want to talk about, like the NPC thing, normies or whatever. Which one last story before I hop off here, I'll talk about that is go ahead, give me one more. But you know, me and my wife's been talking a lot about the NPC thing. I'll probably go into detail on this on another video sometime more so, but it's kind of like whenever you're playing a video game, you can't bring up something that's like legit or real to people because they don't know, and they get all of their information from people off the internet or TV or whatever. They can't have their own opinion. Like it has to be a shared collective mindset that they're a part of. But there are certain things that NPCs like will really latch onto or whatever, right? I always give the example of like, man, I love Long John Silver's or something like that, because I guess a lot of people don't fuck with Long John's, like the restaurant, of course. But if you mention this, like around people, everybody's got an opinion and a response. You know, whether they like it, they don't like it, do they like this place, do they like that place? Just watch everybody be attentive and to what you say. You know, if you mention these things. Sure enough, that's what happened. That was the case. She mentioned that. I told her to try it sometime. She tried it, and it worked out just like we had thought. That is crazy. Anyways, I'm hopping off here real quick and stuff. Just want to make a kind of a quick video about what had happened. You know, talking about the dad and NPC and just kind of getting drained. But anyways, though, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And this video will probably drop the day after Thanksgiving. So hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate. But anyways, hope you guys have a good one.